Hi. My name is Alexander. Today I'm going to tell you about 1880s automotive icons. Be sure to watch this video to the end. It's gonna be interesting. You didn't know that for sure. Go. Cars that made the 80s cool. Reflecting on the 1980s, one might hastily recall a decade marked by miners' strikes, the rise of the yuppie culture, and the tumultuous Falklands conflict. However, the era encapsulated much more. Digital calculator watches, the iconic Pac-Man, Sony Walkmans, and BMX bicycles not only epitomized unparalleled coolness but also heralded the dawn of technologies that remain integral today. This evolution was equally mirrored in the automotive realm. While the 1970s conjure nostalgic reverence for legendary car emblems, the innovations birthed in the 80s boast an enduring allure, their desirability unwavering. Thus, we've curated an anthology of the decade's most illustrious automotive icons. These vehicles are not merely high-velocity marvels or television celebrities, they represent technological sophistication, each contributing to the 80s legacy in a distinct manner. Ford Escort XR3, 1980-1986. Confronted by the relentless ascendancy of the Volkswagen Golf GTI, Ford's strategy with the new Escort XR3 seemed initially paradoxical. The erstwhile rally champion, the MKI Escort, boasted rear-wheel drive, yet the zeitgeist was shifting towards the ostensibly more efficacious front-wheel drive. Thus, in 1980, Ford unveiled the XR3 as part of the freshly conceived Escort lineup. This model was equipped with a 1.6-liter CVH engine, a distinctive tailgate spoiler, lowered suspension, and the stylish, four-ring, alloy wheels, marking its place in automotive evolution. Regrettably, the initial iteration lacked both fuel injection and a 5-speed gearbox, which rendered it somewhat lackluster in performance, despite its commendable handling capabilities. These enhancements were introduced in 1982, yet the XR3i perpetually remained eclipsed by its formidable German adversary. Vauxhall Astra GTE 16V, 1988-1991. The inaugural Vauxhall Astra GTE made a striking entrance, heralded as the UK's pioneer in featuring body-colored real arch extensions, spoilers, and even alloy wheels, all seamlessly color-coded. This narrative evolved with the advent of the teardrop-shaped second-generation model in 1984. Initially, these vehicles housed the same 115 brake horsepower 1.8-liter engine as the contemporary Cavalier SRI. However, due to underwhelming performance, this was swiftly supplanted by a more potent 124 brake horsepower 2.0-liter engine. Equipped with a digital dashboard, the Astra GTE exuded a level of coolness unmatched by the MG Maestro's vocal instrument panel. As the performance of hot hatches evolved further, the Astra GTE was endowed with a formidable 2.0-liter 16-valve, red-top engine, generating 156 brake horsepower. The result? A blistering top speed exceeding 135 miles per hour. An unequivocal triumph. Pontiac Trans Am, 1982-1992. The second-generation Pontiac Trans Am, immortalized in posters globally, gained fame as Burt Reynolds evaded Sheriff Buford T. Justice in the iconic Smokey and the Bandit films. However, as time marched on, Pontiac sought to rejuvenate its image with the introduction of the sleek third-generation Trans Am in 1982. At this pivotal juncture, a savior emerged, perfectly timed like a knight in shining armor, to reinvigorate the brand's allure. David Hasselhoff portrayed the crime fighter Michael Knight, yet the true luminary of the series was the virtually indestructible Trans Am, known as KITT, Knight Industries 2000. This vehicle was equipped with every technological marvel that could captivate a teenage audience, including the capability to reach 200 miles per hour. Additionally, KITT had the extraordinary ability to speak, often delivering lines with a biting sarcasm. What's not to adore? Toyota Corolla GT AE86, 1983-1987. In the 1980s, Toyota adopted a dual approach with the Corolla GT series. They offered the Corolla GT16V hot hatchback, characterized by its front-wheel drive setup, alongside the Toyota Corolla GT AE86, renowned for its rear-wheel drive configuration. Undoubtedly, the rear-drive AE86 has garnered a more timeless and widespread allure. To begin with, it featured a remarkable 128 brake horsepower 1.6-liter engine, providing an exhilarating driving experience. The handling, often labeled as exciting or tricky, was invariably deemed fun. The Toyota AE86 significantly contributed to the rise of drifting as a motorsport in its early days in Japan. Even today, it remains a formidable competitor in club racing circuits around the globe. Volkswagen Golf GTI MKII, 1983-1992. Volkswagen arguably pioneered the hot hatch genre with the inaugural Golf GTI, and the MK2 iteration represented a sophisticated evolution of its predecessor. It seamlessly catered to enthusiasts seeking the prestige of the GTI emblem, combined with superior build quality and swift performance. Furthermore, Volkswagen's iconic TV advertisements of the era, proclaiming, "If only everything in life was as reliable as a Volkswagen," were a masterstroke of marketing ingenuity. However, time never stands still, and by 1986, the Golf was starting to feel slightly outclassed in terms of power. Enter the Golf GTI 16V, boasting 135 brake horsepower and delivering truly exhilarating performance when pushed to high revs. For those with familial inclinations, the same potent engine was available in the Jetta GTI 16V, transforming it into an unassuming powerhouse. Toyota MR2, 1984-1989. In 1984, while Eddie Murphy was being hurled through windows in Beverly Hills Cop and Indiana Jones was wreaking havoc in the Temple of Doom, Toyota unveiled the MR2. This mid-engine, two-seater marvel was surprisingly within the financial reach of ordinary families. How exotic did that appear? Envision arriving at school in a sleek two-seater. It's almost a guarantee you'd be the captain of the sports team by week's end. The MR2 boasted a splendid 1.6-liter engine, acclaimed for its exceptionally smooth gearshift, and handling refined by Lotus engineers. Subsequent models, known as T-Bar, featured lift-out roof panels to enhance the open-air experience. Considering its competition, which included the aging Fiat X1/9, the MR2 faced minimal resistance in the market. It was an opportunity akin to an open goal in motoring terms, and the MR2 capitalized on it brilliantly. Ford Sierra Cosworth, 1986-1992. In the early 1980s, Ford found itself relegated to a minor role in the global motorsport arena. Adding to their woes, the Sierra, which was intended to be their groundbreaking innovation, received lukewarm reviews upon its release. Meanwhile, engine partner Cosworth had been independently developing a powerful engine. The two companies eventually decided to install this engine in the Sierra and venture into racing. To meet the qualification requirements for various racing series, Ford had to produce a specific number of road cars, leading to the birth of the legendary Sierra Cossie. Its 201 brake horsepower may seem modest by today's standards, but in 1986, it was impressive. The Sierra, being significantly lighter than modern cars, was exceptionally fast. We're talking 149 miles per hour top speed and 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.5 seconds. Even more impressive, the Sierra triumphed in virtually every competition it entered globally. Ford had reclaimed its position at the pinnacle of motorsport. BMW M5, E28, 1984-1988. The BMW M5 essentially represents the genesis of the high-performance sports saloon segment. BMW took the 535i saloon and significantly enhanced its suspension, steering, and braking systems, while also installing the formidable 282 brake horsepower 3.5-liter straight-six engine from the M1 supercar. The outcome was nothing short of extraordinary, establishing a benchmark for a lineage that persists to this day. Upon its debut, the BMW M5 instantly ascended to the pinnacle of sports saloons, boasting a top speed of 153 miles per hour and accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 6.5 seconds. However, BMW chose to manufacture only 2,191 units, making this M5 exceedingly rare, akin to the proverbial hen's teeth. Porsche 959, 1986-1993. 197 miles per hour. In a road car. In 1986, the Porsche 959 was, essentially, the embodiment of Knight Rider. In reality, such was its phenomenal speed. The genesis of the 959 stemmed from Porsche's ambition to create a successor to the 911, and its development was deeply rooted in the realm of Group B rallying. It housed a rear-mounted 2.8-liter twin-turbocharged flat-six engine that generated an impressive 444 brake horsepower, channeling power to all four wheels through a 6-speed manual gearbox. The 959 also boasted automatic ride height adjustment and an exceptionally low aerodynamic drag coefficient. Its performance was nothing short of extraordinary, achieving 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 3.6 seconds, complemented by its phenomenal top speed. It's no surprise it was widely regarded as the most technologically advanced car in the world upon its debut. Ferrari F40, 1987-1992. Quite an extraordinary 40th birthday gift, wouldn't you agree? The F40 was conceived and crafted to commemorate Ferraris for decades in the automotive industry and stands as the last vehicle personally supervised by Enzo Ferrari before his passing in 1988. Engineered as a race car suitable for the road, its development spanned an astonishingly brief 13 months from inception to completion. Much of that development time was dedicated to aerodynamics in the wind tunnel, and the results were phenomenal. The F40 emerged as the first production car to shatter the 200 miles per hour barrier. Powered by a twin-turbo 2.9-liter V8 engine generating 478 brake horsepower, it was a marvel, especially considering its featherlight weight of just 1,100 kilograms. The acceleration was so intense it felt akin to being rear-ended by a massive, high-speed object, such as the Starship Enterprise. Ford Capri 2.8 injection, 1982-1986. Forget the worn-out Essex boy stereotypes, the Ford Capri 2.8i is undeniably cool. With its elongated bonnet, rear-wheel drive dynamics, pepper-pot alloy wheels, and smooth V6 engine up front, it epitomizes the ideal UK muscle car. The Mk3 Capri, which debuted in 1978, boasted an appealing design with 4 headlights and a small boot spoiler. Driven by TV icons Bodie and Doyle, it naturally exuded coolness. In 1982, due to emissions regulations, Ford had to retire the old 3.0-liter V6, leading to the introduction of the Capri 2.8 injection. Its 158 brake horsepower provided ample zest to outpace the new generation of hot hatches, and it boasted a far superior sound. Naturally, it featured dual exhaust pipes. Enthusiasts adored it, and this enthusiasm enabled Ford to extend the Capri's production for several more years beyond its initial timeline. Audi 100, 1982-1991, watch 0.5s when it debuted in 1982, the Audi 100 appeared as a vision from the future, boasting curvaceous bodywork, sleek wheel trims, and seamlessly integrated glass, which became a focal point of its marketing strategy. Watch 0.5s. This design marked a stark departure from the smaller Audi 80 and the Quattro Coupe, both of which seemed to be crafted with rigid, ruler-like precision. The car was marketed as the most aerodynamic production vehicle globally, emphasizing its superior fuel efficiency as a key selling point. Watch 0.5s. Its streamlined design not only boosted fuel economy but also provided a higher top speed compared to many competitors. This aerodynamic advantage was particularly beneficial on Germany's autobahns, though less so on the UK's M1. Buick GNX, 1986-1987, watch 0.5s. Since 1982, Buick had been basking in the glory of its manufacturer triumphs on the NASCAR circuit in '81 and '82. This success led to the introduction of the Grand National package, which primarily featured unique paint, badging, and upgraded seats. Watch 0.5S in 1984, the Grand National was equipped with a 3.8-liter V6 engine generating 200 brake horsepower, resulting in lively performance, though not groundbreaking. Despite this, it could outpace a Chevrolet Camaro V6 and even keep up with a Corvette. In 1986, Buick unveiled the ultimate iteration of the Grand National, the all-black GNX. Watch 0.5S featuring a larger turbocharger and various modifications. It boosted power to an impressive 300 brake horsepower. The GNX could cover the quarter mile in just 12.7 seconds and accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 4.6 seconds, outpacing many supercars of its era. Ferrari 288 GTO, 1984-1987, watch 0.5S. The Group B category is legendary in rallying circles, known for its allowance of increasingly extravagant and swift vehicles designed to traverse stages in minimal time. Watch 0.5S. Interestingly, there was also a Group B category for racing with equally lenient regulations, and Ferrari was eager to participate. The 288 GTO was derived from the 308 sports car, but featured a 395 brake horsepower twin-turbocharged 2.8-liter V8 engine mounted longitudinally. Its bodywork, mostly constructed from glass fiber, was aggressively styled. Watch 0.5S. To qualify for entry, Ferrari needed to produce at least 200 road-legal cars, and they ultimately manufactured 272. However, just as they achieved this, the FIA cancelled Group B. DMC DeLorean, 1981-1982, watch 0.5S. The DMC DeLorean initially received mixed reviews upon its release. Critics noted subpar build quality, but praised its decent ride and handling. Surprisingly, fuel economy was commendable, especially given its 2.8-liter V6 engine. Watch 0.5S. However, everything changed when the DeLorean landed a starring role in one of the most iconic movie franchises of the decade, instantly elevating its cool factor. Although the DeLorean was generally regarded as a grand tourer, its performance was rather underwhelming, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 8.8 seconds and a top speed of 109 mph. Watch 0.5S. It certainly wouldn't have reached 88 miles per hour within the constraints of a supermarket parking lot, that's for sure. Alfa Romeo 164 3.0 V6, 1987-1998, watch 0.5S. The Alfa Romeo 164 is actually part of a quartet, sharing its platform with models from Alfa, Fiat, Lancia, and Saab. Yet, it's undeniably the most aesthetically pleasing of the group. Watch 0.5S. The 164's design masterfully balances angularity with elegance, while its interior epitomizes the 1980s, featuring a prominent central stack adorned with an array of buttons. The engine options span from a basic 2.5-liter diesel to the innovative 2.0-liter twin-spark petrol, culminating in the stunningly designed and melodious 3.0-liter V6. Watch 0.5S. Admittedly, its grip was less than stellar, and the ride quality left much to be desired. However, a simple press of the accelerator made everything feel just right. Audi Quattro, 1981-1990, watch 0.5S. Audi had been experimenting with the concept of incorporating four-wheel drive into a road car for several years, refining the mechanics in an Audi 80 prototype by the late 1970s. Watch 0.5S. The Quattro, built on the 80 platform but featuring a coupe body, debuted to widespread acclaim in its left-hand drive version in 1980. It was lauded for offering unparalleled traction compared to any other road car at the time. Then, rallying regulations evolved to permit four-wheel drive vehicles, and the Quattro rally car swiftly transitioned from concept to competition. Watch 0.5S. Saying it revolutionized the rallying world is like saying Mars is a bit of a journey. It's a colossal understatement. In fact, no two-wheel drive car has clinched a world championship rally since the midpoint of the 1984 season. Such is the profound impact of the Quattro. Mercedes-Benz 190E February 3, 16, 1983-1988, Watch 0.5's Mercedes compact saloon was undoubtedly a competent vehicle, but it lacked excitement. Initially, the manufacturer intended to enter the car into rally competitions, but with the emergence of the four-wheel drive Audi Quattro, the rear-drive 190 would have been obsolete from the outset. That Watch 0.5's consequently, Mercedes enlisted the expertise of UK engine specialist Cosworth and decided to compete in the DTM, Deutsche Tourenwagen Meisterschaft, series. The 2.3-liter 16-valve engine, producing 183 brake horsepower, later upgraded to a 200 brake horsepower 2.5-liter version, offered smooth and versatile performance, making the road cars fairly competent, though a Sierra Cosworth could still outstrip them. Watch 0.5's Mercedes-Benz executed a brilliant marketing move by hosting a race of champions at the newly reopened Nürburgring. The event showcased legends like Niki Lauda, James Hunt, Keke Rosberg, Alan Jones, and an emerging Brazilian talent named Ayrton Senna, who made a significant impact by clinching the victory.